As we conclude our week around mental health, I have a radical thought. I wonder if sometimes, and I mean just sometimes, some of our mental health challenges are simply the result of our focus being inward when it really should be outward. I wonder if sometimes we're so consumed with our own situation, our own limitations, our own past, that actually those things crush us. In 1 Corinthians 10:31, the Bible says, whatever you do, do it for the glory of God. Well, what does that mean? Well, the glory of God in Psalm 19:1 says, the heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. This word in the Hebrew is kabod, which means literally heavy. It's like when someone walks into a room and they carry a presence or an influence, there's a weight to them. The Greek word is doxa, which means radiant in display. And so I think there are two applications to this. When we actually accept that God is the center of all things. Think of it this way, the sun, the center of the universe. We recognize that everything is being pulled in that direction. God is the influence, the strength, the source of everything. And so when we don't experience God, it's simply because we have rotated away from him. He never moves. So to reveal the glory of God is to recognize, God, actually, you have authority in all things, even in my darkness right now. But it also reminds us of our purpose. And our purpose is to really reflect what God is like. Think of it this way, the moon. The moon is just a dead rock, right? It has no illumination ability in itself. But when it orients itself to the sun, it reflects the light and it's beautiful and brilliant. In the same way, I think sometimes our darkness is simply because we've pivoted away from God's influence in our life. And to rectify that, we simply need to put ourselves in a position again for God to reveal himself through us, even in our pain. So maybe the solution is learning to trust that God is the only source of life and to live for him alone. And when we're tempted to think, oh, how does this impact me and what should I do? Change it. Change the narrative to God. What are you doing? What are you doing through this situation? And what do you want to do through me? Help me get into a position to reveal your glory. That's why in Revelation 4:11, it says, God, you are worthy to receive glory and honor and power. For you created all things, and by your will, they were created to have their being. And so in this reality, we need to know that one of the greatest steps to finding true mental health is to recognize, God, you've got it. You're the source of it, and I will trust you. And that is a stepping stone to being who God created you to be.